Hey guys, it's your friend Choice CJ here, back again with another Showdown live in the OU tier. Now, we're about maybe 1.5 or 2 weeks out from the Hoopa ban, and since Hoopa was known as one of the most fearsome wall breakers in OU, I decided I would try out a couple of mons that are also pretty notable wall breakers and see if they can kind of fill the void that Hoopa has left in the OU tier. So we're using a Kyurem-Black team. I originally had Nidoking on here as a partner, but I've swapped out to Mega Gardevoir with the suggestions of a couple of my friends from the UBC. I was talking with people like Jack, aka Man Dog, and Adam the Bee's Knees, and decided to go with this team instead. So yeah, it's Life Orb, Kyurem-Black, Taunt Gardevoir with the normal coverage of Hyper Voice, Psyshock, and Focus Blast. We have Leftovers, Starmie, because I wanted a spinner to protect Kyurem, and we're Leftovers with Reflect type because we get annihilated by Pokemon like Bisharp on this team really badly. Then we have Assault Vest Metagross with Pursuit to take care of the Lotties. Lotties aren't a huge concern, I guess, with Pokemon like Gardevoir and Gengar on the team. Speaking of which, the Gengar is Choice Scarf. So yeah, we might at some point switch out this Metagross for another water resist. You know, especially something like Keldeo would be really great because it resists Bisharp as well, and just other dark types in general. But maybe we could think of a more creative solution than just using Keldeo in every single live that I do. And then we also have Stealth Rock's Landorus. I did have Rocky Helmet on it before, but without Healing Wish on this team, I really wanted the Leftovers recovery. I guess if we wanted, we could put Healing Wish onto Gardevoir, but I want Taunt on it so that way we can handle Chansey a little bit better. Otherwise, this team has a pretty rough time with Chansey. So yeah, let's see what we can do and let's hop into it. Maybe what we'll do is if Metagross seems to be not pulling its weight, we'll take it off. We'll put something else on that can beat Chansey. Actually, Keldeo would be able to beat Chansey. Then we can put Healing Wish onto Guard, and then we can put Rocky Helmet onto Lando. I kind of don't hate that. But anyway, we are in a game, and we are... I don't really know what Zard that is. I want to say X, but you never know. The reason I think it's X is just because there's no Pursuit Trapper. I guess Heracross gets Pursuit, but I don't know. I'm not positive on that. It also doesn't make as much sense to pair Azumarill with Charizard Y because you want those Aqua Jets to be at full strength. You don't want them to be hindered by the sun. So anyway, I think I'm going to just lead with... I think he's just going to lead with his Lando. I kind of just want to lead with Guard and get up a big hit on something. He leads off Pharaoh, which is one thing I didn't really want to see. I think this maybe is an opportunity for us to go just into Lando. Yeah, he just gets up a seed. That's fine. We can get up rocks. This is another spot where it'd be nice to have the Helmet Lando, because he's probably going to follow up this with a Gyro Ball. So we are going to get up our rocks, that way we can punish the Charizard for coming in. He will have to come in at some point with the Starmie. I think I'm going to come in with Starmie now, actually, and then click Reflect type. Because there's not going to be a lot that he can do. Just a Heracross. So this is kind of a precarious situation. What do we do? So I guess the question is, how much is Mega Horn going to do to Kyurem? So let's hop on over into our calc here. Kyurem-Black. We don't have any investment. I can't remember if we're naive or hasty. Let's just say, I think we're hasty. Heracross. Scarf. Mega Horn's definitely a 2 at KO. Does fighting resist bug? I can't remember. Sometimes some of these interactions between the types are just not common. Fighting resist bug. Let's see. Bug. It does resist. Okay, so unless he's Scarf, I can click Reflect type. And he is Scarf. Okay, cool. Houston, we have a problem. How much does Gengar do? I do miss the power on Gengar without having Life Orb. Yeah, Sludge Wave doesn't do anything. Luckily, Mega Horn doesn't do a whole lot either. So I think that's fine. I think we scare him out. We could Trick. If we Trick, are we locked into Trick? I'm expecting the Ferrothorn to want to come in on the Sludge Wave. And this Mega Horn's not going to do a lot. Okay, cool. I'm fine with that. Alright, so now... Thing is, we still can't stay in. Actually, here's what's interesting. So he's Choice Scarf now, so his Gyro Ball is weaker. So let's make him Choice Scarf. It's probably still a kill. Yeah, because Gengar is really freaking frail. But it's just funny to think about. I think we can maybe go into Metagross. This Gyro shouldn't do a lot. He just goes for Scarf Seed. He kind of doesn't have any reason to not stay in. I know he goes into Heracross, so how much is this going to do? Not a lot. So we still don't really have a switch in for this. Alright, this is the switch in. I'm fine with that. So I think we U-turn. Because he's not staying in. If he stays in, then I guess good play. But we're kind of at the point where we need to start doing damage to this. I might have to put hidden power fire on this Kyurem, because I don't really have anything else to handle Ferrothorn. I think we go guard and we try and go for Focus Blast, because we still outspeed, which is nice. We just really need to hit, and we don't. Alright, goodbye guard. Oh, he goes for spikes. Alright, so he locks himself into spikes. We miss again, so here comes a third layer. Without Starmie, this is obviously pretty unfortunate. Now he goes Hera. We missed 3 in a row. That's fantastic. But see, he's not going to click Mega Horn here. I think he's going to click Knockoff. And he clicks Mega Horn. So he's just go back into Pharaoh here. If he goes back into Pharaoh... See, Gengar's not strong enough. We need to go to guard. Yeah. And now I don't think Heracross lives another... Well, I don't know how much damage it does because it never hit. And of course, our Focus Blast doesn't kill. So what are you going to do? We do outspeed with Kyurem, which is pretty much a beast. Let's go Kyurem and make him think twice about switching out on us. I do want to just click Ice Beam. Yeah, I think I'm gonna make the switch that I mentioned. You know, I feel bad for using Keldeo in every live. You know, the other thing we could do, I did have a Zoomerl on this team earlier. Zoomerl is a decent... I use quotations around that. Decent check to Bisharp. You know, but it is a dark resist and a water resist. We don't really need to Pursuit Trap the Lotties. So anyway, I'm going to actually pause here for a second, make that swap, and then he'll hopefully come back by the time I'm done. So be right back. Alright, and we're back, guys, and he brought in the Heracross, which we know is a problem, because he can just click Mega Horn and continue to do damage. One of these days, he's just going to click Knockoff. That time might be now. But hopefully we can live 2. He goes for Stone Edge. Alright, we can live 2 of those. So that's no problem. So I still think he's going to swap out here. No, he doesn't. Okay. We do outspeed with Gengar. I don't know why I didn't think of that this whole time. Oh, no, we don't. I forgot. I tricked my Scarf away. However, that Stone Edge did so little. I don't really understand. So I guess he's just going to go for rocks here. Hopefully he does. Yeah, he does. Alright, so cool. Now we have an opportunity here. So the Ice Beam is really, really obvious, and he's actually got like 3 pretty decent switch-ins to it. So I think we just have to, we kind of have to make our risky play here and go for Fusion Bolt. Okay, he makes a ridiculous play and stays in. That would have 100% killed. So I don't really understand. But, you know, to each their own. I think that's going to lose us the game now. I think we needed to make that play in order to get back into this. I guess he figured the Lando wasn't super important. So I think we can come in with Metagross. No, see, we can't even come with Metagross. He's going to kill us with basically any move. Or not. Oh my goodness. Yeah, so this is going to do like 25%. Actually, it's probably going to do 30%. 16%. My math's so off, guys. I don't know. However, we do end up killing it, which is not bad. So he is probably going to outspeed us here. Nope, he doesn't even outspeed. He is Belly Drum. So that's a problem. That's probably a good game. Yep. Alright, good game, friend. You staying in with that Lando really screwed me up. Well, hey, what are you going to do? Alright. So anyway, we did change the team to put a Azumarill on it. It is Belly Drum Azumarill. I just feel like it's going to pair well with these guys. They're going to, you know, weaken the opponent's team a lot. So anyway, this guy's got a really gross looking team. Volcanion, Mega Venusaur, Lando, Rotom. It's just a pretty sick core. So I do think he could lead Rotom here pretty freely. So what do I want to lead? I think I want to lead Kyurem in that case. Because I can go for a Life Orb boosted Earth Power. It goes Volcanion. That's fine with me too. The only thing that can't come in, or that can come in on an Earth Power, is Lando. But then I can just follow up with Ice Beam. I know that a lot of Volcanions still like to be Assault Vest. I don't really like that set. Yeah, see, this is gonna do so much damage. Like, did he not? I guess he didn't realize. Would I rather just Dragon Claw here? I think so. Because if he does go Lando, we can at least do some damage to it. And it hits everything else on his team. His Dragon Resist is Landorus. But yeah, as I was saying, the Volcanion you still see a lot of Assault Vest bouncing around, but I still think the Spec set is the best. Jack and I did mess around with the Fizz Def set, which was pretty cool. We used a Rest Talk set, but I think something with Will-O-Wisp would be nice. I guess it makes Steam Eruption a little redundant, but Will-O-Wisp is never bad. And so now he goes Lottie. And I guess the nice thing that would have The nice thing about having Metagross is we actually had to switch in for Latias, even if we don't need to trap it. So I guess we go guard here. He doubles, predicting that. So actually I'm going to stay in regular form here for a second. And hope that he goes for Steam Eruption, which he does. Okay, excellent. Now I think we can Mega Evolve in Psyshock. Oh man, that just made this whole live worth it. Alright, Mega Gardevoir, Wall Breaker, Volcanion. So I don't think he's that. How much did Guard do before? Let's just go to regular Gardevoir. It did 42, so I guess that could have been a max roll. But yeah, so that doesn't look like it's gonna kill. Focus Blast will. Or at least come damn close. But yeah, he's gonna make... Ooh, my goodness. Oh my goodness, please hit. Oh, wow. Call me the OU Lord. Oh, that was great. And he just rage quits. Oh, that makes me so happy. Alright, so we're gonna have to play a little carefully around the Lotties. I don't know why I didn't process it that removing a Steel type would be potentially bad. Yeah, and I guess Azu... You know, I said I wanted to put on Keldeo instead of Azu because it takes on Chansey. I guess Azumarill still can kind of take on Chansey. A +6 player off's got to do close to 100%. But anyway, so I think the Rotom could lead here. I think I'm basically fine leading Kyurem again. It's only bad if he leads Scizor, I think. Or Scarftar. He leads Tar. So this is most likely Scarf. I did say too that I wanted to swap these sets around. I did want to put this as Rocky Helmet Lando, but since we don't have the great... I don't want to put Healing Wish on guard because we don't have the great Chansey answer. It's basically just Focus Blast on guard and Belly Drum and Azumarill. So anyway, since this is Scarf, let's just go Lando. That's really the only play we have. Then either Showdown is lagging or he clicked the timer on me and then didn't make a move. I hope it's not lagging. Lagging is always so annoying. Okay. So we have no reason not to go for our own rocks here. He's going Rotom. That's fine. We also don't really have a Rotom switch in. Because what takes a Wisp right now? Not a whole lot, that's what. But I guess I'm going to go guard. And he goes for Volt Switch. Good play, good play. So I guess Scizor comes in here, or potentially Ferrothorn. I can't really stay in on either of those things. I did say, too, I wanted to put Hidden Power Fire onto Kyurem. I'll try and do that in between games. See, I'm thinking he just goes for U-turn here. I guess he could go for BP, but since it's so obvious... Let's go Lando. Because if he does go for BP, Lando doesn't care about that either. And he does go for the very obvious BP. So I am going to just U-turn. If he brings in Pharaoh, then, you know, what are you going to do? He brings in Rotom. Okay. So now we can go Kyurem, and we can get a kill. And I'll be pretty happy about that. And he doesn't realize that it goes through Levitate, and he's dead. People always forget about this. And I was talking to my good friend Adam the Bee's Knees, and we were talking about his most recent UBC match. If you haven't gone and checked that out, I recommend you should do. He had a Miltank up against a Kyurem Black from Vertigo, and it was doing like 70%, and you're like, wow, Miltank has thick fat. Like, you know, how does it do so much? And you're like, oh wait, Terravolt is basically Mold Breaker, so it breaks through the thick fat. It kind of stinks that I'm relying so much on Lando this game, but I feel like I don't have a better choice, and he does Pursuit, so that's a good play. I think I'm just going to Earthquake here. Because Pharaoh is the... It goes Lando. Huh, okay. Because he wants to get up his own rocks. So now the question is, what do we go back to? Excuse me, guys. Thanks for bearing with me. It's getting late here, but I do want to put these videos out. I mean, Rocks is really obvious here. Yeah, I think I'm going to go Kyurem. I'm going to risk it. If he goes Stone Edge, then nice job. He goes for knockoff, okay. Is he Scarf? It's kind of what it looks like. If he's Scarf, I don't really want anything else taking a knockoff. He is Scarf. Alright, fair enough. So now we can't really go into anything. I guess we can go to Guard. How much is knockoff going to do? Let's just say he's Jolly. 252 with knockoff. It's not going to do that much. And a Hyper Voice is going to do a lot to anything on his team. I'm basically fine with it. If he wants to sack off Lando, that's great for me, truthfully. I think if I can get an opportunity with Azumarill to come in on probably T-Tar, I can get up a Belly Drum. That's probably what I should have done a few turns ago right here, to be honest, instead of going Lando. But it's okay. Maybe he'll make a crazy swap here. Yeah, okay, so we take that pretty well, and we kill. Awesome. Yeah, also, yeah, I don't have this set. I have that. So it wasn't a 100% chance to kill. It was 87.5% chance to kill. So now the question is... Well, no, so Ferrothorn's still basically at full health, so we can't go for the move just yet. I think I'm gonna go Starmie. He Pursuits. Okay, well, crap. Yeah, I really need to start getting some damage off on the Ferrothorn. Alright, here's a start. 29. These lefties, which isn't actually great. Yeah, I'm just going to U-turn. I'm going to go into Gengar. And I'm going to try and land a Focus Blast. If he's Protect, then that stinks. Trick would be a good play, actually. But again, I want damage. I don't care about like crippling it. It's just really gonna stink if he's Protect here. Again, this is another situation where the Choice Scarf is a little tough. We just don't have a lot of other speed on our team otherwise. That's a bold play. And we don't really have a switch in. I think we're just going to go Starmie. So we can probably live one. I don't know. I do. It's a bulky Starmie, but this is a Gardevoir. It's not a joke. Oh, it goes for Psyshock. Okay. It's fine with me. So I'm just going to click Scald because I want to just weaken stuff. I can come back in with Gengar, click Shadow Ball. If he traps me with T-Tar, I'm fine with that. He goes for Hyper Voice. Wow, that does a lot. And that kills. Good. The double pursuit here is really interesting. I'm not really sure I agree with it, but, you know, it's fine. Yeah, so here comes Pursuit, hopefully. He goes for Crunch. Okay, so I think we go Azu now. We click Belly Drum. It's really our only play. He goes Pharaoh. Alright, let's get ready to take a ton. Can we do 72? I don't know, but we're going to find out. We do. Alright, GG. Azu, you're the man. Or you're the girl. I don't know. I don't know how most people identify as Azumarill. I mean, this is a banded BP, so it's going to do a decent amount. Or he just doesn't even go for it. Yeah, and then so we should be able to win now against this T-Tar, so that's a good game. And he forfeits. He has a minute to get this to reconnect. We're not going to wait for him. We're going to do one more battle, folks, and then we're going to call it a live here. I think Kyurem is doing really well this live. I'm pretty proud of it. And Guard's doing nice. And now Azumarill just really put in a good performance last game. And so we're facing a kind of funky team. Mamoswine and Victini obviously are your kind of funny sights there. Both are extremely strong and viable mons in OU. They've just dropped in popularity, especially Mamoswine. Oh, so what did we lead with? Someone just came and left. I'm sorry to disappoint you, friend. So if we... I mean, I kind of feel like Gengar leads and gets a kill. He doesn't have anything that's potentially super fast on his team except for Scarf Drill. If he leads Bisharp, it's kind of a problem. He leads Lottie. So I don't think we can Oko this thing. I'd like to keep that. Latias. Yeah, it does a lot, but not enough to kill. And will easily die in return. So let's go Guard. I don't feel bad about that. He's Mega. It does a lot of damage. Well, let's go for the most spammable move in OU. This is not going to take this well. Yeah! Holy crud! Wow, I expected it to do like 90, but I didn't expect it to kill. So I think Drill comes in now. You could also bring in Victini or potentially Azu. A banded Aqua Jet should kill. Victini's obviously a freaking scary mon. Here goes Mamo. Besides Excadrill, this is his only potential rocker. It's kind of tough. We don't really want to go into Lando here. I think I'm just going to go Starmie. Goes EQ. That does a lot. Please burn. Alright, we don't burn. But that's okay. We click Aqua Jet. We don't feel too bad about it. Yeah, but we killed the Mamo. So, what did we come in on? I don't know what the Lottie's moveset is, but we could potentially Belly Drum on that. This guy just doesn't have a great Azu answer, period. Okay, so he brings this in, and which makes me think that he has something like Ice Beam. Or sorry, Thunderbolt is what I meant to say. He could also have Ice Beam. But, I don't think Kyurem's doing a ton this game. Or should I go Lando? I guess I should keep Lando for potentially Victini and Excadrill. I do need to put more speed on this Lando so I can outspeed things like Excadrill and Victini. You know, like Victini, if it's -1 V create, it'd be nice to be able to outspeed that. You know, the slower Lando's not terrible because you can get off a slow U-turn against other Landorus. Yeah, I don't know. He probably has Thunderbolt. Knockoff's not going to do a lot. I guess I could play rough. He's Calm Mind. Okay. I'm glad we didn't think too hard. Or maybe we overthought, and then we just clicked the play that was going to do a lot. So it's kind of a weird set. Like, Calm Mind, Psyshock is not... Maybe I'm just not familiar. But I feel like Bolt Beam, Calm Mind, Roost is way more common. Okay, so... Aqua Jet's not going to kill, I don't think. Azumarill, Excadrill, let's say Scarf. Yeah, it doesn't do quite enough. Yeah, we really just have to go Lando. We have to pretty much hope he's not SD, which he's not. So we got nothing that's stopping us from clicking Earthquake. He goes Azu. That does a ton. I think we go Kyurem. Hope he Aqua Jets. If you play roughs, good play. But he goes for Aqua Jet. And now we can click Earth Power. Yeah, so he's banded, I guess. Or he just wants to get off damage and hopes that he can do something. Victini is scary. I'm just going to let this die now. He's not even Scarf, so that's... Actually, is he Adamant? He's some sort of Modest set. So that means that Guard outspeeds. Also, we also outspeed with this. So we just click Shadow Ball twice, and then we come in with a Azumarill, and we win the game. So, alright, we'll go to next turn, bring this in. It goes for that. We click Shadow Ball, and he should be losing. He goes for Rock Slide for some reason. I guess he doesn't want to go for Iron Head. So, anyway, we do win that game. I want to thank you guys for watching. We are back up into the mid-1400s with our ladder account, so it's not super high, but, you know, I'm pleased that it's a respectable place. Please be sure to check back for more Pokemon content. Until the next time, I will see you guys later.